Hello, everyone on YouTube. Welcome to the live stream. These happen regularly, so you can get up to date when they're going to occur, and you can join in and ask questions in Zoom if you feel called. I just posted the Zoom link on the YouTube chat box. This one was announced way more last minute than I tend to prefer, but things just kind of unfolded this way, and it will be a little bit busier before I make my shift back to Europe for the summer. And the time zones will then be at a slightly different. But anyway, because this was so last minute, there may or may not be anyone even joining today. It might have just kind of caught people off guard. So I'll take a moment first to let everyone know about the website. If these streams are exciting and helpful for you, there's so much to discover on the website, DanteStarshine.com. If you take a little scroll, you'll find how to put your email in here and sign up for the list and get up to date whenever there is a stream happening. I just released my latest book, and there's a lot here about the channeling course that's enrolling and personal sessions that you can tap into if it resonates with you. So, um, yeah, because no one is here, we may not be able to include the type questions, but we'll see what happens. Maybe somebody shows up. And if not, enjoy the short transmission. Hello, and we say a fantastic day to all of you at the time. We are the Pleiadian Council speaking on behalf of the guide supporting your planet's process of evolution and ascension, and it is a gift and a blessing for us to be able to reach you in this way. This message today we titled Grounding Through Trust, as this energy of complete trust in a higher power and within how that higher power manifests within yourself and the other beings in your life is essential in order to be stabilized in these intense upgrades of energy that are taking place in your world now and will continue to accelerate in the times to come. There are many grand changes taking place on Earth. And as you go through this next cycle, leading to 2027, leading to even bigger leaps and bounds from that point forward, you will find that energies and vibrations start to intensify in your awareness. You will become more strikingly moved by the experiences that you have. Something that used to have only a slight effect will become more pronounced because you are all becoming more highly sensitive. And this process of sensitizing to your experience is actually very helpful in allowing you to recognize what experiences serve you and which experiences do not. There will be many who experience some sort of confusion and uncertainty as so many of the things that will continue to take place on your planet will bring you to question the notions that you have about yourself and about reality. Many new things will be revealed to you that will have you questioning what is my purpose here? How do I navigate this changing environment? And yes, you do need to trust in order to be capable of moving through all of these experiences. So trust extends first towards the universe. Many people struggle to develop deeper trust in their relationship because they lack that foundational trust in the universe itself and the creative consciousness that operates it. This is the first level of trust. It's trusting that there is a higher order and a higher intelligence in things. And you can see this trust when you pay attention to the pattern, the recurring sequences of energy, the same energy patterns repeated in so many different aspects of existence, inviting you to recognize that there is actually a perfect order, a perfect structure, a cohesiveness to this earth plane existence, and that everything is interconnected. Deepening into this trust happens as you notice this profound interconnection. You expand this energy of trust as you also come to recognize that everything that happens can be used in a positive way. That's what is really meant when people say everything happens for a reason. When you encounter a challenge, when you don't get exactly what you intended, there is a gift for you in that experience. Often that's simply a lesson in showing you how you can achieve your intentions in a smoother and more complete way. Sometimes the lesson is simply that you don't prefer certain types of experiences, and there is something more preferable, something that is more resonant, that is more reflective of your core vibration that is calling to you. And you needed to have that experience in order for you to recognize what your core vibration was. Thus, that experience sends you in a new direction to discover everything that truly resonates. Trusting in the universe also brings you to trust in so many of the big picture changes that are happening in your world. Many people fear that in some ways society is headed towards a sort of collapse. And this trust must be totally unconditional, recognizing that even if bigger, more destructive things happen, there's her purpose to that as well. And that the universe as you know it, that is always creating balance, is far bigger than your own planet. Trust in this higher plan would allow you to see everything that happens here is guiding Earth through many series of realizations. And these realizations will happen at this time on your planet quicker than they ever did before because of the rapid degree of interconnectivity. And everything that you do to tune yourself to the highest potential frequency you have access to will support this process of transformation on your planet. And again, in order to do that, you have to do what you love. You have to follow that formula, the law of love, of acting on your highest passion as best as you can and have no attachment to the outcomes. So once you master trust, you will know exactly what it means to have no insistence on outcomes. And really, we would say you can't do this at a mental level alone. There has to be a way that you bring your entire body and your entire being into that vibration of trust through a practice that resonates with you. There are ways that you can focus your consciousness so that you let go of those attachments to outcomes. Meditation is perhaps the best of these tools because it brings you to focus upon a single phenomena or point. Often it's the breath. And as different emotions arise and thoughts arise, you experience them fully without resistance while maintaining that focus on the breath. That process of completely witnessing all phenomena, all sensation, all mental activity, while choosing an anchor to keep you focused is the essence of what it means to release your insistence on an outcome. It means that you stay resolute in your focus while allowing for mental energies to move through you, knowing that you don't have to react to them or suppress them. And as you become a master at simply experiencing what's alive within you and allowing yourself to fully feel the depth of your emotions, feel the intensity of these sensations, experience the worlds and realities within you created by your own thoughts and beliefs. Then you get to choose, can I drop this or does this serve me? And generally, most of your beliefs have to go through a recycling process. There's very few beliefs that you develop that stick with you forever. The beliefs that are essential to you have to do with your own connection to the source and your own capability in being a vessel for that consciousness to manifest. And all of the other beliefs must yet go through a recycling process continuously. And you can only do that when you let go of your own ideas about who you're supposed to be, to instead embrace who you genuinely, authentically, and naturally are in this moment. And that is what it means to trust yourself. First, you can come to trust the higher cosmic force of the universe, and then you cultivate this trust within yourself. This means trusting the experiences that you're having when feelings arise, when intuition arises, when you feel called to something. Trust that you're feeling that for a reason. Trust that you have a sort of built-in radar, a natural signal that is at the core of your being and your heart. This is what we tell you about all the time. Acting on your highest passion is the way that you attune that radar in your heart to be resonating with the highest potential frequency and timeline for yourself. What you love to do and brings you into a flow state guides you towards your destiny. Now, you also have other levels of intuition, like your gut feeling about something, and a psychic sixth sense of seeing and hearing, energy and information. And these senses get better and more clear over time. To learn how to use these senses is also a level of trusting yourself. Though to really have this complete trust, you also have to completely understand the types of things that interfere with the process of getting clear intuitive guidance. Because your own belief systems often hijack your intuition. When you absolutely believe that the universe works a particular way, or that particular types of people do particular things, or that when you see one symbol, it always means that there's going to be a particular type of experience that follows it. You start to project onto reality your own definitions, your own preconceived notions and beliefs that end up shaping your experience and your interpretation of reality. And so, to really trust yourself and really develop intuition, you have to become observant of this process, neutrally watching how your mind does this and go through many experiences of transforming your own beliefs by coming to see how they were proven false. You are all trained to be so oriented towards always being right and developing some sort of sense of self based on how correct you could be. But we would say all of you need to learn how to be very excited about being wrong, because when you don't assume that you're right and you're naturally open to being wrong, then you have your eyes more open to see. You have less resistance and more openness to understand things clearly exactly as they are. Until the need to be right is in the way, you interfere with the process of learning lessons. So get excited about the universe proving you wrong and try to let yourself be proven wrong every single day so that you can become more quick to learn and more quick to adapt as you discover new things to be true. And as you get very good at questioning your own beliefs and recognizing the difference between the objective reality and your interpretation of that experience through your beliefs, you will then be able to more completely trust yourself and all that you experience, knowing why you're experiencing what you're experiencing and which energies and ideas within you are the most trustworthy and which it's best to question. And by learning to navigate this universe in your own mind, then you can more clearly trust other people. And yes, no degree of trust is complete without that foundation. And you need this basic trust of the universe, yourself, and others in your life to be able to be completely stable and flow in harmony. As you come to understand yourself, you also get a clearer sense of how other people work. And you get to discover which people honor their word and which people do not. You get to notice when people are being fully honest and when they are not. Those who become masters at understanding themselves and being truly authentic to themselves develop this deeper psychic sense when they meet other people. And yes, it is sometimes helpful and healthy to even test people at times so that you know that you can trust them. Use the different events and agreements that happen in relationships as a testing ground to see if people really live up to their word and have your back in the time you need it. In order to have this complete trust with others, you do have to fully communicate with them. What are your intentions, hopes, and needs? Because until you do, they most likely don't know. Few people are so intuitively advanced that they always have that level of telepathy. And again, until you are completely authentic with another person and completely transparent with them, it becomes impossible to become completely telepathic. And yes, humanity in general evolving towards telepathy is a part of the big shifts and changes that are taking place. Some of you are finding that this gift is awakening within you because you become very true to yourself and opened yourself in trust to others who have been deep on this journey. You can see that through the work of distilling your consciousness, that you have eyes that are wide open to see other people's truths and realities. And you know as well which people have their eyes just as open. There are ways that you can talk and communicate deeper than the surface level words through this enhanced psychic attunement. And these gifts also lead you to be able to read so many different energies in the world around you. So it first starts with that trust. And as you come to trust the universe, trust yourself, then you can deepen into healing through trusting others. As your relationships are great catalysts for growth in your life. And in order for this big transformation to happen in your world collectively, it has to happen through collaboration between all beings. You have to find those who share your vision for how to transform the human experience and work with each other in deep ways to make this new earth a reality. So come to trust yourself and find those that you can deeply trust, and you will find enhanced psychic function, deep telepathic power, deep understanding, and rapid transformation in the world as we know it today. We thank you for allowing us to share this message with you, and we ask how can we be of assistance to you with any of your questions, comments, or musings, beginning whenever you might like. Is there anybody in Zoom who would like to ask a question at this time? All right. In that case, we wish you a fantastic rest of your day and thank you for joining in this transmission at this time. Okay. Thanks for joining, everybody. Great to connect. I hope this was a helpful transmission for you. If it was a short one, let's check the YouTube comments myself. Oh, thanks for the donation, Miranda. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Apparently, you can donate on YouTube now. I didn't know that was set up, but yeah, I mean, all of these sessions. If you feel that this supports you, you know, want to give back in some way, you can give back on YouTube or on the website. There's also links to do it there, links to the session. reading some of the questions. Maybe I'll answer this question that was written rather than reciting the council. I can also answer questions that spoke recently about unconditional love and not self-sacrificing. I have been practicing, how can I stay balanced when I feel so much discord from the other? Is it a mirror of my vibration, or is it showing me it is time to be on my own? It is time to walk away. Um, Not every time is it a mirror in the sense that it's showing us our vibration, but it is showing us our reaction and our capacity to kind of hold the energy that the other person is working with. And when is it time to be on your own or walk away? Well, when the other person is just not treating you with respect. And sometimes somebody not treating you with respect could be like a mirror of not fully respecting yourself, not fully um, honoring your own boundaries enough to be able to say, okay, I can't be treated this way. Um, so don't make it just about you, and see what you can do to kind of more clearly communicate from your heart what you need in this relationship, and the kinds of behaviors that are bringing that conflict and imbalance and are just unkind. Oh, I feel like they're much better at answering these questions, but anyway, I didn't want to leave the question going highly. Thank you so much for joining today, everybody, and I will see you in the next transmission in a couple of weeks. So much love, blessings, and have a great day.